make sense of that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to make sense with it, but obviously, huge comeback for us and not a good start. Obviously, I mean, we don't have to talk about the start. That was a bad first period, and but you know, we found a way, and we talked about it in the room. We gotta believe that we can come back from this, and early in the year, you know, we didn't do that, and to be able to come back and is pretty huge for us for our confidence that we know we can do it, and but at the same time, obviously our start's got to be a lot better because that's a skilled team over there, and we're playing them 2 days ago and again, and you saw what they do when you're not on them.
A lot of awareness by your game-tying goal by O'Reilly to not touch that puck when you kind of knocked it back in. Is that just take us through that play? How did that unfold? Yeah,
I mean, that's such a smart play, and like you said, such an underrated play that probably a lot of people don't see. And first of all, to make that decision to not touch it, and then also controlling the guy's stick to not be able to touch it. You know, he's one of the best. He's been doing it for, I don't know, 15 years now. He's one of the best with his stick, and the way he bats pucks down, the way he wins battles with his stick, it's something. I think if you watch him closely for a game and just watch his stick, it's unbelievable how many stick battles he wins, and he did it there too.
What was the message in the room as you guys head into the third tonight?
Well, I think we kind of got going in the second there and played a lot better, played a lot more to our style, and had some obviously huge goal in the power play there, and we had some pressure, and yeah, we just said we need to play our style, and we can come back, and we believe that we can win this game, and I thought we did a good job, and even after we tied it, and after Blanky scored again to get the lead, we kept pushing. I feel like we had another couple good chances, and yeah, I think half of this game was our style, and half wasn't.
Seven different goal scorers. I mean, like, what does it say about the distribution of being able, not just relying on one person to do everything?
Yeah, it's huge. You know that you saw it last game too. Different guys stepping up, scoring goals. It's huge for our team, and you know, I think you've seen it the last, I don't know how many games. Those three guys are scoring a lot. Phil, March and Stammer, and to be able to have that depth in the last couple of games, and other guys stepping up, scoring some big goals is huge for us.
Big assist from
We got Marchessault over here, guys.
Big assist from the video crew on the challenge that could have put you down 2 men for 2 minutes there. On the puck over the glass.
Oh yeah. That was that was big for us. You know, it was a big moment in the game, and you know, Law and Andrew back there, they always do an amazing job, and they're so good at what they're doing, and they saved us there.
Do you have a thought or two on this one tonight?
It just feels good to be part of that. I think it was one of those games that was kind of a tough start again for us, and obviously if we play them next game, so they're gonna probably have the similar start, so it's on us to know to match that. But tonight we played 2 really good periods and find a way to win a hockey game.
Did you feel like if you played the way that you're capable of, was there ever a doubt, even when you're down 5-1, that you could come back?
No, we kind of had that feeling that we were able to maybe come back, you know, like 5-1, they get 2 in the second period, and that's 2-goal game after. And I mean, when we start rolling in the O-zone and we start playing together and supporting each other on the breakouts and all that kind of stuff, I think we're a pretty good team, and we showed that in the past 2 periods. So it's on us to keep building and learning also that a game is 3 periods. So it's on us to manage those situations. And sometimes maybe you don't feel good right off the bat, but it's important that we just get our head into it. And sometimes simple play is the right play, and hopefully we learn from that.
When you're down 4 or 5 goals like that, what are you guys saying to each other to try to not get too demoralized there?
Yeah, obviously it's tough for sure, but it's part of the business, and I mean that's the beauty of the world we live in right now. I think in hockey you just don't know every night who's going to win and how it's going to turn out. You know, so it's something that it's been that we've been aware, and that's, you know, in the past we didn't have as much resiliency in our game, but right now I think we have a little bit more, and it's been nice to be part of that.
What does a win like this do for the confidence in the room and in each other?
Yeah, it's huge. to be honest, like it's the first time we have 4 straight wins this year, so it's something that we can definitely build on. And I think everybody's playing some decent hockey. And but I mean, we were really unfortunate at the beginning of the year, so we don't have a big margin of error right now. So it's something that we need to be aware of and just take it one game at a time, and you never know what can happen.
Jonathan, to do 4 in a row, 2 in your own building, how nice is that to get on a roll at home too?
Yeah, I mean, we've been the past, I want to say 6-7 weeks. I think we've been pretty good at home. We've played some good hockey and we're into most games. But some nights we just didn't find a way to win hockey games. And I think right now we're doing a little bit more of that. So it's definitely positive. And yeah, it's honestly from experience, it's a tough building to come play a road game. So we got to use that to our advantage. And right now we are.
In the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, we were down by 4 at one point, and I thought the goal, I think it was 30 seconds into the third, like that was a huge one for us, just to be like, okay, we're chipping away. And I mean, that was the message in here, just keep chipping away and keep doing the right things. And just that belief in ourselves, and obviously gutsy effort by the guys, and it was good, a lot of fun.
Where does that belief come from, even when you're down 5-1, to say, like, hey, we're not out of this?
Yeah, I think just over the last month, I think have been trying to build towards that, and we've played some good hockey teams and have played some good hockey in the last month, and I think just continuing to build off of that and has been big for us. And I mean, we can't really change being down 4 goals. Like all we got to do is just go out there, and we know how to play. And obviously we need a better start, and we owe Juice one for sure. Like we didn't help him out one bit on those first goals. So he's bailed us out many times. So owe him one. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, found a way to win, and good teams find a way to win, and that was a fun one at home. So.
I imagine when we talked this morning, you didn't see this one coming. But you're right back at it 2 nights later against them.
Yeah.
Maybe what do you want to leave? What do you want to take as you move forward?
I mean, definitely leave the start. And, I mean, they came out, credit to them, they came out flying tonight. And, they played yesterday and we didn't. So no excuses there. And they're going to come out even hungry, I'm sure, after giving up that lead. So I think it's a good challenge and a good opportunity for us to face them back-to-back in a team that we think and believe is going to come out even stronger than tonight. So it's a good challenge for us to have a good start.
Nick, on your goal, did you think that shot was going in? Or did you have to
No.
turn around?
Yeah. I honestly, I didn't think it was going in. Like I said earlier, like I kind of took myself out of prime time position. I felt like I've kind of fumbled it a little bit maybe. I haven't been able to watch it yet. And then, anytime you're on one leg, falling back a little bit, just kind of sifting it on net. Just at that point, I feel like I was just trying to get it on net and just hope that it went in, and thankfully it did. So.
How nice was it to get 4 in a row here at home too? Like you said, it's been feeling the kind of this atmosphere. But what does it mean to get 4 at home like this?
Yeah, I think it's huge just for our confidence. Obviously we knew going in tonight I don't think we've won 4 in a row this year, if I'm correct. So I think that's just big for our confidence and just that belief in ourselves. And I feel like Bruno's been kind of hounding away at like, hey, let's keep building, let's keep chipping away and fighting for this feeling. And I feel like over the last 5, 6, 7 games, like we've been since we got back from that road trip and being at home, it's just been a great energy in the crowd, and obviously that's helped us a lot. So glad to get the win for the fans.
Yeah, a tough one to make sense. A little bit of a roller coaster ride, kind of summed up a lot of the year in one game here. And hopefully at the end of the year we leave this game, we leave it like we left this game. Yeah, tough start.
I mean, the lot of big moments, but the game time goal by Josi knocks it down, and the fact that that touch with the whistle, and Josi touched that. Just a lot of little details that kind of go on there.
Yeah, amazing play by an extremely cerebral player to do that and then tie up a stick. And Yost keeping it alive. We had that kind of relentless kind of identity there, especially that second half of the game, and that play showed a lot of it in there. But yeah, it was an amazing play by Factor, but even by Yost and by keeping it alive, and then he made a great shot. Obviously, was a huge goal for us. Kind of got to our game that period.
What was your and the video coach's confidence level on the challenge? Because that's a big moment in the game if you're wrong on that.
Yeah, I think Law and Drew back there, they're adamant I think they had a great angle. So I think when you see it, you know it's 120% from our view. I would pretty sure the league gets the same view. So I don't think we probably wouldn't have challenged if we weren't over 100%. Just where we were, we know it could have been a 5-on-3. It would have been a dangerous time. We had all the momentum, but we had really good views of it that it did, and I'm glad it was overturned.
So it took a while too, though. Were you
It
starting
did.
to smell a little bit?
You always do. You always do in those situations, and it took a little longer than we anticipated. And you lose a little momentum in those things. I thought we were really buzzing at that point, so we lost a little bit there.
Not often that we see UC have a start like that, then Eustace comes in. How big was it to see your team rally in a moment like that?
Yeah, Big Juice was really good. I mean, it's hard. We talked a little bit about it, one of his last games where he didn't see a lot of action, and when he did in the third, he stood big and tall, and he was really calm back there and really sticky. So I think he exuded some confidence for our group and was able to make some big saves down the stretch, even though didn't need him that much when he kind of came in. And those are hard games for goalies. So commend him big time.
When you're down 5-1, I know you got too quick in the second right there, but where does that belief come from that hey, we're not out of it even though we're down by 4?
It comes from our group. It's you're proud of them. You know. They haven't given up all year, and they haven't given up in that game. And they kept pushing for this. Nothing I did, they did it all. And they wanted it, and they went and got it.
What do you see about Nick Blankenburg at this point? I mean, another clutch goal from him. I mean, he just kind of waits out the goalie, gets a goal. But he does a lot of other things too, right?
Yeah, no, he's been really good, especially when he's mobile and he's moving his feet. And he's got a knack for some big plays here for us here the last month and a half.
Spencer Stastny scratched for a second game in a row. Any kind of insight into that decision to have him out and with Willsby back in as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think with Spencer, I think he came in, played really well against Vancouver, and then after that, everybody had a tough game in Calgary, and he just really didn't grab his game that he had at the first game, and I thought it was slipping a little bit. Wills was really good for us early. He was slipping, and that's the journey of a young player trying to make it in this league and play in this league. And Stas hasn't played a lot of hockey, so I think just to get him out and watch again, get him back, reset him a little bit. He's still an important piece for us, especially his mobility and his skating. And Wills was really good. I think he's +3 tonight, and he's done his job when he's been in there. So there'll be some movements, over the course of time, and they'll both get their opportunities, and you hope they grab it and become regulars in the NHL.
Earlier this season, we heard you say a lot of times that your group is not playing with confidence in each other. After a comeback win like this, what is the energy in the room and the belief they have in each other?
Yeah, I think it's extremely high, and that speaks to the veterans in there. They've been through a lot of those guys have been through different seasons, different wars at different times, and they've kind of kept the belief going. They know this league. They've been around it a long time. They know, you're only as good as your next game and next play. And they kind of kept everybody intact today, and they didn't waver. I mean, there's reasons they've been successful individually and in teams and winning cups. They know how to win, and they stuck with it. And again, I completely commend them because this was their win. I had nothing to do with it.
Your next game is in San Jose against the Sharks. How are you going to build off this momentum?
We had to start on time. I think it was a little disappointing as a coach, especially given where we're at, to come out to start that way. And credit to them, they're fast, they're young, they're hungry. We were just looking for something a little easier, and it wasn't going to be easy. So our mindset, I'm hoping we grabbed a little bit of the momentum we had, but also understanding it's going to be a really hard game in there, and we better be ready to play.
You mentioned the identity the team had last year. Do you feel like this year's group is starting to recreate that now?
Yeah, I mean, we're a different team. I think every year you get a little bit of a different identity. But I think when I see us at our best, that does stick out. And it stuck out, I think, for the last 6 weeks. We didn't always get rewarded, maybe not at the level that I feel we're capable of getting. I think we get there and then it dips a little bit, and that's kind of been a little bit of the year. It's been much more consistent the last 6 weeks. And, like I said about the season, it was kind of in play tonight, where we were a little bit sloppy, and then we're really good, and then we're really, really good. and we're able to come back. So you see the identity. It was a really good homestand for us. Even though when we lost against Washington, I thought we played a great game. We're coming off some games that I think we're building, and we're stacking these kind of games. When you come back from 4, you're always looking for statement wins during the hockey season. We're hoping that this could be one, but in saying that, we've climbed up the mountain and slipped a lot. So hopefully we're getting a little traction and we keep climbing.